Okay traders, you're welcome to my channel. Today we are going to first look at what we expected last week on GBP USD, and then we see how the market played out. After, we shall look at what we expect next week, though this week will be the last week for me to trade. Remember, we are going to the festive season, so it means this will be the last week for me to look at the charts. The first 3 days, from Monday to Wednesday, those will be my last days to look at the charts until January. So last week we expected something like this. Let me see. The analysis was done on Tuesday. This is where the market was. It means we were to look at what the market played out in front here, as we are saying. So let's see. We expected the market. Remember, we are bearish in the general trend. We are bearish in the higher time frames. So what we are trading is a reversal to our zone for us to sell. So what did we expect? This market had given us a break of structure, change of character, the break of structure, and the last break of structure. So we expected the market to have played out to this zone, and then we buy. But then it didn't play out as we expected. Let me mark this day, and we see what the market did during the course of the week. So when we had this break of structure, we expected this trend line to be taken out up to this zone for us to sell. But instead, when the market gave us this break of structure, it came and swept some liquidity off this trend line, and then it somehow rejected. So I want to see this trend line in H4, whether it was a break of structure or it was still a rejection. So in H4, we find out that it is a clear break of structure, and then this is the liquidity that I expected to first be swept, and then I look for more buys. So when the market gave us this break of structure in H4, it left us with this zone. This zone was here like this, though it was too big for me to enter, so I had to refine it for me to look for a minimal entry, a minimal risk to reward. So as you're seeing, the market came and swept this liquidity. It traded into the zone, and it went up to the trend line liquidity that we expected. But we didn't get a break. We didn't get a break up this last high. Instead, the market swept. And whenever the market sweeps, remember, once the market sweeps the high or the low, most times we expect a reversal. That's why you see, after it sweeping, we got more sales back to the zone that had refined. But this one doesn't mean that we are bearish. No, still we are bullish. So if you go to H1, this is where I refined my zone, like up to here, and you can see that the market rejected off the zone, and it gave us an internal change of character. So what does this mean? It means I'm still bullish. Next week I'll be looking for buys. Why? It's because of this change of character from my H4 zone. But don't forget, in daily we still have this zone. This zone here is still valid from here up to here. So it means if this zone fails to hold prices, this zone, if it fails to hold prices, and maybe, let me delete this, and maybe it breaks below here like this, I'll look for more sales up to the daily demand zone. Once it breaks here, it means this zone has failed to hold prices, meaning I'll look for more sales up this demand zone for me to trade buys up to my supply zone. But currently I'm seeing something like this. Let me first delete this. When the market rejected off the H4 demand zone, it went up and gave us this as my internal change of character. So why am I considering this zone? It is because it has liquidity below it. This is my liquidity. Some other person may ask, why am I not considering this? I will not consider it because it is not so clear for me. I will have to wait for the market to come down, to trade into my zone, and then I look for buys. This will be my first TP, and then the last TP will be our demand zone. So what will I be waiting for as the market opens? I'll have to first wait for the price action that will be around here. If it comes and I get a confirmation around this zone, I'll buy. Or if it comes and it sweeps below this zone, I'll look for more sales targeting my demand zone. I think it is simple like that. So we are just going to monitor the zones. We shall monitor the price action and then see if what we are expecting plays out, well and good. If it doesn't play out, we shall wait for a clear setup. If this one fails to hold and it comes down, still we shall look for buys. This one will be our first take profit, and then the last take profit will be this supply zone. But once we get buys from here, let me see how many pips will be there. Let's say you've entered aggressively. This will be around 50 pips, targeting the last high, which is around 1 to 4. But then in H1, once the market comes here, I will go to 5 minutes for me to look for a confirmation, and then look for buys up to here. Yeah, that's what I'll be looking for next week. Hope you guys are seeing what I've done. Let me hope you're learning. Don't forget, guys, to subscribe, to like, comment. Okay, let's move on. Let's trade together. I wish you a nice week, and I wish you a Merry Christmas. Bye.